The Bhagavad Gita is not just about a battlefield at Kurukshetra. It is about the battle within every human being. It is the struggle between doubt and duty, fear and courage, pride and truth. This timeless teaching offers guidance to anyone standing at a turning point in life, feeling confused and searching for real purpose. It is not only Krishna's message to Arjun, it is a message for all of us. It is about finding the clarity and strength to live the right way in a world full of confusion. In today's video, we'll take a chapter-wise tour of the Bhagavad Gita. Whether you're a beginner, busy with life, or just looking to refresh your memory, this guide is for you. It all starts with the first chapter called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. The great battle is about to begin. Both armies stand ready on the field of Kurukshetra. Arjun asks Krishna to place his chariot in the middle so he can see who he must fight. But when he looks around and sees his own family members, teachers, and friends on both sides, ready to kill and die, his heart sinks. Overcome with sorrow and moral confusion, he drops his bow and declares he will not fight. This moment of emotional collapse marks the start of his inner journey, the crisis before awakening. In response to Arjun's doubt, Krishna begins his teachings in the second chapter, called Sankhya Yoga. Krishna explains that the body is temporary, but the true self, the Atma, is eternal and cannot be destroyed. To grieve over the death of the body is to misunderstand this truth. As a warrior, Arjun's duty is to fight for righteousness without attachment to outcomes. Krishna introduces the powerful idea of Karma Yoga, which means selfless action without expecting results. He also paints the picture of the ideal sage, calm in both pleasure and pain, unmoved by desire, and rooted in inner wisdom. The third chapter, Karma Yoga, builds on this teaching by exploring the role of action. Krishna makes it clear that inaction is not the way to freedom. Everyone naturally acts according to their nature, so it is better to fulfill one's duty without selfish desires. Even great souls work not for personal gain, but for the welfare of the world. Acting without attachment purifies the mind. Krishna warns that desire and anger are the two great enemies of spiritual growth. The fourth chapter, Gyan Karm Sanyasa Yoga, follows with deeper insights from Krishna. He tells Arjun that he appears on earth whenever righteousness declines. Karma Yoga, when performed with true understanding, leads to liberation. Actions done with the right knowledge become sacred, like worship. The wise see no difference between action and inaction because their hearts are free. Krishna says that knowledge burns away all past karma. These teachings continue in the fifth chapter, Karma Sannyas Yoga. Here, Krishna compares two paths, renunciation and selfless action. While both lead to the same goal, he says selfless action is better suited for most people. A wise person stays peaceful amidst activity, neither craving nor rejecting anything. True happiness comes not from outer pleasures, but from inner balance and self-mastery. In the sixth chapter, Dhyana Yoga, Krishna guides us through the path of meditation. A real yogi performs their duties without being bound by results. True renunciation lies in giving up selfish desires. Meditation, Krishna explains, requires dedication, moderation, and a steady mind. The greatest yogi is one who sees Bhagwan in all beings and serves with love and devotion. The seventh chapter, Gyan Vigyan Yoga, reveals Krishna's divine nature. Everything in creation, from the mind and senses to nature itself, comes from him. Yet most people remain blind, trapped in desires. Only those who surrender with devotion come to know the truth. Krishna is both the source and the support of all things, but very few recognize him. The eighth chapter, Akshar Brahm Yoga, begins with Arjun asking about death and what lies beyond. Krishna answers that remembering Bhagwan at the time of death brings liberation. While the material world constantly changes, the soul is eternal. Those who worship with devotion transcend the endless cycle of birth and death. Knowing the eternal Paramatma is the key to freedom. Next is the ninth chapter, Raj Vidya Raj Guhya Yoga, known as the king of knowledge and secrets. Krishna shares the highest, most sacred wisdom. He is everywhere, yet untouched. All beings exist in him, but he is beyond them. Even a sinner can reach him if they surrender with sincere devotion. Love is the path. Even the smallest offering, if given with love, is accepted. The 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, describes Krishna's divine glories. He is the source of all strength, wisdom, and beauty. Everything great and magnificent in the universe is just a spark of his power. Hearing this, Arjun realizes Krishna's divine nature more clearly, and his devotion deepens. Arjun's faith reaches its highest point in the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. He asks Krishna to reveal his true form. Krishna grants him divine vision and shows his cosmic form containing all gods, creatures, and time itself. Arjun sees the universe dissolving into Krishna. Overwhelmed by awe and fear, he bows in surrender. Krishna reminds him to be his instrument in the divine plan. The 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga, highlights the path of devotion. Krishna explains that both devotion to the formless and to Bhagwan with form can lead to liberation. But devotion with form is easier. The true devotee is kind, self-controlled, humble, and free of hatred. Such a soul is very dear to Bhagwan. Chapter 13, Kshetra. Kshetragya Vibhag Yoga explores the difference between the body and the soul. The body is the field, and the soul is the knower of the field. Krishna explains that the Supreme Self dwells in all bodies as the ultimate knower. Real wisdom is to see unity in this diversity, to understand the difference between matter and consciousness. The 14th chapter, Guntre Vibhag Yoga, reveals the three gun, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Sattva brings purity and clarity, Rajas stirs action and desire, and Tamas causes inertia and ignorance. These qualities bind the soul to the cycle of life. The wise rise above all three through detachment and steadiness and thus attain liberation. The 15th chapter, Purushottam Yoga, speaks of the eternal soul and the supreme being. Krishna describes a cosmic tree with roots above and branches below, representing the material world. Cutting this tree with detachment leads to the eternal realm. The soul is eternal but trapped in the cycle of birth and death. Realizing the Purushottam, the Supreme Person, sets one free. The 16th chapter, Devasur Sampad Vibhag Yoga, describes the divine and demonic qualities in people. Divine traits like fearlessness, compassion, and humility lead to liberation. Demonic traits like pride, anger, and greed lead to bondage. Those who choose discipline and scriptures rise higher. Those who surrender to their lower nature fall. Chapter 17, Shraddhatraya Vibhag Yoga, explains how faith differs among people. People act according to their faith, whether sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. Even food, rituals, and sacrifices follow this pattern. Sattvic faith brings harmony and understanding, while tamasic faith is blind and harmful. Real spiritual practice is done steadily and with understanding, not for show. Finally, the 18th chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, brings all the teachings together. Krishna explains the nature of renunciation, types of action, duties, and qualities of people. One must act according to their nature and offer all actions to Bhagwan. This leads to true freedom. Arjun now understands everything and is ready to act with clarity and trust. The Gita ends not in passivity but in powerful, conscious action, guided by wisdom and surrender to the divine.